Okay, good evening and welcome back to the Student StarCraft AI Tournament replays section. We have got well, it's not new, it's updated. And by that, I do not mean this protoss is going by the name of Skynet, been coded by Andrew Smith. Andrew Smith is still missing. Has been since 2013. I hope he's still okay because it is a beautiful piece of coding. But we have got another bot from 2013, and that is called Killerbot, coded by Marian Devecka, one of the old school guards from, well, how shall I say? In 2013 there were basically four great bots, and one of them was Skynet, was Protoss, another one was Ximp by Thomas Vader, the carrier bot, you know it, or look it up in some of my other videos, it's great too, it always does the same thing. And we had Ice Labs, which was the best Terran, and this one was the best Zerg, period. For over 2 years, 2 or 3 years, this was the best Zerg. Then, of course, the scene moved on, people got better at coding and bots got better, and well, it fell a bit behind. Its win rate was about 50, 60, 70%. But now, out of the blue, on IRC, who is there but none other than Marian Devecka, and it's a guy, by the way, don't be put off by the name Marian, be confused by it, because, have we got sound? We have got sound, right? Yeah, we've got sound, okay. So Marian is a guy, and he is bloody brilliant because not only does he follow pro Brood War, has been for years, he can code like a steamroller, and he has also played the game himself, and that is a different thing. You won't see that very often, of course. I can play chess, I know how all the pieces move, but he has really been playing it a couple of years ago still, but he was pretty good. And that is a lethal combination, let me tell you, because since 2013 he hasn't had time because of his well, busy life thingy to put a lot of hours into this, but now he is back and he has updated it, and this bot has been posting win ratings of 95% over the last couple of days, so that made me really exciting. And what better than to demonstrate this glorious update than by having Skynet, the old adversary, and Skynet used to be better, used to beat Killerbot 100% of the time, or 95, but it was very much better. And now I'm going to use it as a benchmark to see how well this update of Killerbot has been made. Quick look, we've got a couple of hatcheries, Hydra Den, more hatcheries, hatchery, drone saturation okay, drone saturation okay, quick lair, I don't know what that's for, and a couple of links to keep the Protoss at bay, a couple of cannons, sort of Warlord, I don't know, and a Corsair, that's very good. More Zealots coming, Zealots coming, Zealots coming, and more Corsairs, that's good. Okay, so what do we see here? We see Overlord speed, we see an evolution chamber, and here we've got more lings and more drones, and that is very good because the saturation could be a bit better. Saturation coming along, more overlords, and nope, this drone is not getting out. And these Corsairs, they could actually be hunting overlords, they are not, I don't know why not, but well, ours not reason why, ours not to make reply, ours but to do and cast these games. Now, Protoss is venturing out, sallying with a small force of zealots and one goon, and taking the fight. And this is interesting to see because both of these bots have got a combat simulator, so they make a roundup of which unit we've got in the area. We've got a bunch of units and we've got a bunch of enemies, and if we fight now, do we win or do we lose? Well, and for some reason this Zerg group thought, well, perhaps we'd lose, and now they think, well, perhaps we've got 2 more Hydras, now we can win. And it looks like they do. So, supply-wise, 70 for the Zerg, and for the Protoss 50, 55, 54, 3 bases, and now these Corsairs are out on the map, 2 kills already, and as you can see, Killerbot is a bit supply block, 1 Overlord going to 4 more, but at the front we've got a large bunch of Hydras, and they're going for the cannons, and this will mean that the natural is being broken, mining is stopped, and that will have dire consequences for the economical situation. But we've got fourth base coming up now. 3 bases mining versus only 1 of protoss, and the supply advantage is already 20, so you can more or less figure out where this is going. And this is a quick and bloody victory. A lot of hydras, and attacking like a madman, but not quick enough because, well, look at it. Hey. You'd ideally have Storm before you've got 20 hydras in your natural, and more hydras are now trickling in Hydra. Attack, damage, and well, although we've got a couple of cannons and a couple of corsairs, you can relatively easily figure out where this is going. Okay, so going to call the GG. Updated Killerbot takes down non-updated Skynet, that's all well, and then I thought, well, let's have the other game. And that is, of course, again, Killerbot with the update. Marian Devecka, wonderful guy, thank you very much, it's my favorite race. And we've got Ice Labs, and Ice Labs is a team effort from Ritsumeikan University from Japan. I have been badgering the team which has written it, but some people have moved on, have finished their studies. And well, it's hard to get a hold of someone, so if you know anything about the team responsible for Ice Labs, and if they're going to make improvements on it, it is a very good thing. And there is a lot of AI in this bot, which I wish I could tell you more about, but today is all about games. And IceBot is actually, it's a multi-year team effort from a university with AI in it. And by that I mean really good and smartly coded surrounding scripts and all kinds of nasty things. And it is actually very good. Still, 2013, and it is still very good. And back in the days, IceBot used to be better than both Killerbot and Skynet. So that is a bit of the field where it's in. So that is a bit of a ladder for new updated Killerbot, first Skynet and then IceBot. And let's see how it does that. First of all, it plays very safe. It builds a bunker at the choke. It's got very, very good choke detection. I think still after 2 years of not being updated that there is not a bot in the Brute War AI map pool which has better choke detection than IceBot. And another thing which it does, but I will show you momentarily because that is surely going to come up. It is unequaled at still. Okay, so Lurker aspect, that is nice to have, off 2 base. So we've got a bit of a 2 base Lurker shenanigan thingy going on, 3rd base coming up. And the first Hydras. Meanwhile, IceBot is sitting very safe, it's going for a turret. And I think that after a scan, it scans the main base, and the main base is here, and it sees a lair, so it thinks, well, we've got a lair, we've got a slight possibility that there will be air attack, so let's build a few turrets, just in case. And the Goliath dies, because we've got the first Lurker. And now we've got a bit of a muddle on, because we've got only 1 bunker, a lot of lings, and 3 lurkers. That's quite a lot, and only 1 tank. And there is no siege mode yet, so that's a bit of a problem. Another bunker being built and repaired, and these 2 lurkers are in range, and that's not good, because we have got detection in form of this turret, and only 1 left, and now we've got siege mode. So that is... oh, it must have had siege mode, just not siege at the time. Okay, so this tank rolls it up and taking stock. Ooh, that is very close. That might be a problem. I don't know. No, it's okay. So at the natural, we've got weapons upgrade 1 done, armor upgrade coming up. In the main, nothing special happening. We've got link speed. That's interesting. And the 3rd base is slowly but surely being populated by drones, and a small force being assembled here. But this is what IceBot can do like no other. It can tell the difference between high ground and low ground, and that is fantastic. Because as you may know, in Brute War, if you fire up from low ground to the high ground, you've got a 30% chance you will miss, something like that. It is, I think it's very complicated. I don't think I've got the entire picture correct in my head entirely, but it's something like that. So if you've got a high ground advantage, it will be a definite advantage in Brute War. So that's very good if you can control it like that, if you can recognize it and position tanks on the high ground, and especially if you do it like this, because this tank can reach up to here, and if you burrow a lurker here. Perhaps here it might reach one of these tanks, but before that you've been shelled to pieces with this arc-light shot cannon already, and that is a bloody shame. Now, third noob. Oh, yep. Nope. Yep. I don't know. Third being taken by Icebot. Very good. And Killerbot still on 3 bases with a Queen's Nest coming up. Okay, going to speed it up a little bit because we have got more fabulous news, about which more later. A nice scan, nice sortie by a couple of mech units to shut it down. And now we've got a 3-base Terran versus a 3... Oh, hello, 4-base Zerg. Okay, it's going a bit faster. We've got a handful of Queens. Always interesting to see. And now the defense, the mech is too slow and this command center catches fire. That's a pity. But these tanks shut it down pretty effectively. And the 4th will be saved momentarily by these siege tanks, because that is what siege tanks do to Hydras. Boom. There you go, goodbye, and build a couple more because we are hungry. Now, Queens and Hydras, 4 bases against a 3-base Terran. That should be okay for the Terran. Let's keep an eye on that one. And let's keep an eye on the army and speed it up again, because it's interesting. Ooh! Plop! Plop! Oh, that is... well, that was on tank. And another couple of tanks, so this is very expensive, and that is expensive in its own right. Dreadful pity. Did you brutling anyone? No, not yet. I don't know why not, or why you shall, whatever. So the 4th got raised by this bunch of Hydras, and that is very a sane thing to do. So now it's a 3-base with a burning command center versus a 4-base Zerg. Okay, that's not too bad. But as you can see, the main army is chasing this Queen over here, and the 3rd is under attack. And now we've got a bit of a dire situation because, oh no, a lot of SCV dies, and will this be saved in time? Siege tanks are pretty good, but this is burning and all the SCVs are dead. Oh, and they, even if they are being targeted by these siege tanks, they take out the command center. That's a very, very good choice, because as you can see now, we've got a lot of Queens hovering over everything. The main is about to mine out, and the natural is being mined out too, and it's now 2-base versus a 1, 2, 3, 4, soon to be 5-base, and that is not a good position to be in, even if you are a very, very, very good Terran. Now, more... oh, an irradiated Hydra, that is very cute. Only one. Going to speed it up a bit because you can probably figure out where this is going, because we've got a lot of Queens and brutling going on and a lot of Hydras. The SCV saturation is going to fall and the resources start disappearing, and now it's only 1 base against a 5-base, and well, you get the picture. And even though these tanks with a +1 weapons do a lot of damage, nice irradiate, that is a lot of damage done, even if it doesn't result in kills. And even if these tanks hold and the Hydras retreat and muddle about and get killed some more, these tanks have massive numbers of kills, it's still a half base versus the map. And that is not a good situation for anyone. It doesn't look like... oh, we've got a Spire, that is a bit late, but well, why not? And have we got a Hive? No, no Hive yet. We've got Overlord drop coming up, that's interesting. I hope we can see that happening. But meanwhile the Hydras are loose and we've got only 3 tanks left, and that is not going anywhere because 2, 1, 0, and there you go. And we haven't seen the drop yet, so perhaps if it doesn't really work out as fast as it would like to, it can drop as well. It would be nice to see, because we haven't got a dropping Zerg yet, and that may sound a little bit off, but you know what I mean. So, updated Killerbot has taken out its 2 old rivals from back in the days of 2013, you know, the year in which, was that Gangnam Style? I don't know. It's a while ago, I'm getting old. So, next thing we did was our... yeah, okay, we've got 3 more games. So, let's do this one. Because incidentally, entirely coincidentally, not only did we get an upgrade of Killerbot, which is fantastic because it's got the right race, we also got an upgrade of tscmoo, and tscmoo, as well, it appeared on the scene during the Student StarCraft AI Tournament 2014 finals, so it couldn't participate anymore, but the Terran that popped up wiped the floor with everything there was up till that point, and that was quite shocking. Now, 4 months later there was a Zerg, and now again about 4 months later there is a Protoss, and that is a scary, scary thing. It is not really finished. tscmoo told me, well, not all matchups have got a good number of builds, but he has been getting better at coding brute war bots, and this is the result so far. And he says, well, I think it's about, it's a little bit better than my Zerg, so this should be the best bot we've got on the scene now. So let's see how it's playing out. Again, Killerbot going for a lot of hatcheries, more hatcheries, taking a bit of damage from this one zealot. That is not the plan. How many kills? Oh, that's quite a lot of kills, 8 or 9 kills. And this goon and one Corsair. So, as you can see, yep, no, I don't know. Are we going to attack? Well, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, 1 shot, 2 shot. Oh, yeah, let's move back. Let's no, yes, no, oh, I don't know. Okay, so let's keep a tab on this Overlord and find out what else is happening on the map. That Corsair has got the picture, and we've got 2 bases. We've got leg speed coming. We've got that is quite a bit of tech at the same time, and a cannon for some reason. Well, it can't hurt to have a couple of cannons in your base. Meanwhile, these drones have been raided, and these lings are going to clean this up. Okay, that's good. So we've got almost got a 4 base against a Protoss 2 base, 3 base. That's very good as well. And we've got Storm. Now, Skynet, the bot we saw earlier, it can use Storm, but it doesn't really prioritize it, so it always happens later in the game when it's at 150 supply. As you can see, tscmoo Protoss now at 100 supply, the Zerg at 63, got quite a bit of Corsairs flying around. Sorry for the speed of my talking perhaps, and also of the gameplay, but we've got 2 more games, and it is 10 in the evening. It's Friday evening, and I've been casting games practically all day for a IDE tournament, which is part of a conference which will take place in Canada next week. So we had to do some AI versus human matches, and it didn't really work, and it was a lot of fidgeting around, and it's the end of the week and I'm tired, and so a little bit more speed because of that. And if I collapse at the end of it, you'll at least have this video to remember me by. So this base has been cleared, this zealot is being chased, and a lot of Corsairs. That's very good because the supply is being kept down, or that's going to be expensive. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Corsairs and a lot of Overlords, 4. And although Killerbot is building that you could do without, leave those alive, Killerbot is not building any anti-air, so it's only lings and Overlords and drones at this moment. And what the Protoss then does is get completely out of control. We've got observers, we've got a lot of units, and we've got High Templars. 12 drone kills somewhere, I don't know where that was. Oh, it was here. The 3rd has been hit and the 4th has been hit at the same time. In the natural there is fighting going on, and there are Corsairs over the main. Protoss is, for all intents and purposes, maxed. Zerg is at 35. Will we max? Will we max? No, we'll keep it at 199, and so it goes. So tscmoo Protoss is a force to be reckoned with. This is a very, very solid victory over an upgraded Killerbot. Very interesting, very good, very concise, very precise, and well, I think for both coders there is still a bit of a couple of creases to iron out in some things, but they have been improving their bots, and that is to see, you can really recognize it. Okay, so 2 more games left. And okay, well, quickly, let's do it. We've got again a Killerbot. Haha, updated Killerbot. Marian Devecka, thank you so much for updating your bot in the master race. It is Killerbot. And again, we see fast expansion, and here we see tscmoo terran. So to get a bit of perspective, tscmoo terran should be not quite as good as tscmoo protoss or zerg, but still quite good. And what he told me, he had been losing to Killerbot, and that is no small feat, because Killerbot had this brilliant Hydra and Lurker build coupled with great macro, and taking so many bases all at once was just a beauty to behold. And therefore I apologize that I'm not showing you the games where Killerbot beat tscmoo quite comprehensively and again and again and again. I think at the end the score was something like 5-1 or something. So tscmoo said, well, I can't have that, let's create another build order. And it could be argued that it's a bit, how will you say, it's a bit cheating. It's not really AI, it's not artificial intelligence. You just program a build order, and then so first we got a couple of SCVs, and then drone SCVs and buildings and things like that, and then we'll do that and that and that, and then you have a couple of heuristics for the unit movement, and then stuff happens. It's how these things work. But the AI is not really about learning about doctoring out an optimal concave, or mapping awareness of what moves what to where and which sectors of the map are under your control, or where the enemy might strike. And this is a very interesting engagement because we've got 2 turrets and siege tanks, so this should be over very quickly. But there are a lot of bio units falling, and 7 and 1 kills, and that is shut down. Pardon me. So, a handful of lurkers, and we've got a wraith flying overhead. Could do with a couple of hydras. I don't know, well, if there are lurkers there should be hydras. I don't know where they are, but they should be somewhere. So we've got a 3-base zerg with a supply of about 70 against 85 of the terran. We've got a science facility coming up, we've got more barracks coming up, have we got upgrades? We haven't got upgrades yet, that's interesting. So units before upgrades. And have we got new vulture speed? Okay. That is a nice bit of siege tank fire, and this wraith is eating its heart out. Now, another base up for zerg, and it's a 4 base against 2 base, and although you've got a slight advantage, it's dead even. It's dead even in supply, so that is good for zerg, because zerg usually is a bit behind terran. And now terran is moving out, and it's got to do something, because zerg is now at 3-4 bases with a sunken colony. That's excellent. A little bit of extra defense, more defense here, nothing here, and the wraith is still going at it. 4 kills already. It does 8 ground damage, so that's not an awful lot, and that is speed vulture with the defensive matrix. And now it dies. Okay, so terran at 100, zerg at 100, and terran is trading favorably, but it should get its 3rd up, because Killerbot is moving up its to construct its 5th base. No. This is a very good position. So you've got mines, you've got movable detection, and you've got a couple of turrets, and you've got siege tanks. So that is a very good position to hold. I don't know actually if tscmoo has got awareness of high ground vision. I'm leaving this at 4 times the speed just to pass the time a little bit, because this is all skirmishing. And the real battle will be fought out in the end. Terran now at 120, zerg at 120. So Terran is pulling ahead about 10-ish supply. I didn't say that right. 130, 120, something like that. And now I think also the upgrades will be kicking in. Yep, +1. And this, oh, that might explain it, because they're all stuck. And if you are stuck, you can't fight. And if you've got... Oh, an eraser! It's an eraser! Hello, eraser! Let's count... Well, that's not quite how you do it, but the the intention is there. The intention is there. Terran now at 140, Zerg 133, and all these units, they can't really get to the fight, and that is a damn shame. This Wraith has been going at it, it's just the same Wraith. Let's call him Jared. Jared has been racking up kills, and now 19. Hello, that's fast. 19 kills for a single Wraith. 20, that's quite good. Meanwhile, this base under attack, we've only got a couple of lurkers and a sunken. Another eraser. Okay, let's count. 1. Okay, this is better. 4, 7, 9. And a marine. Oh, that was very lucky. So we've got... no, it was you. It wasn't you, it was someone else. We got about 10 kills on an eraser, that's pretty good. And these siege tanks shut it down. So now Terran at 120, Zerg at 100. And still this passage is problematic. That's a pity. Oh no, you can't transfer drones like that, it doesn't work that way. These vultures will have everything and all. I think the Wraith has been dealt with. Oh no, it's here, 20 kills. Now this base is under attack by a single lurker, but it doesn't get anywhere. And as you can see, the entire map is mined and it's been taken out by vultures, by siege tanks with upgrades. So this is a very good play by a tscmoo Terran. Again, I apologize. New Killerbot has been well, slightly wiping the floor with tscmoo Terran, but has not done so in this game, because this is a new build order for versus Zerg by this Terran, and it seems to be working. And as you can see, this base was raised by a couple of lurkers and populated by the Zerg, but taken back. Main mined out, natural mined out. How many kills have we got? 21, that's okay. And as you can see, this lumbering Terran army is just crawling over the map, taking stuff down left and right. Going to call the GG because we've got another game going. Because, as I said, we've got a tscmoo protoss, and I thought, well, let's see how it does versus the best defending bot we have got. And although it's not the best, it is Crazio by Krasimir Kristav. You can read it here. Old school, hasn't been updated for 2 years as well, but it's still got the best defense. And of course the best defense is an offense, but for static defense, for holding a position and locking down a perimeter, Crazio bot is still the very best bot, period. Okay, and then we've got this new tscmoo Protoss, and well, I don't need to introduce tscmoo anymore. He has been tremendously active in the recent year, and I am so interested to see how he's going to score at the AWIDE tournament, of which the results will be revealed at the conference next week, and of course at our own Student StarCraft AI tournament 2015 finals, which will be played in December and January. I think he is one of the front runners for golden medals in both of these events. Now, we've got a bunch of goons and a bunker. Okay, let's slow down just a little bit, and a couple of tanks. And these tanks are... oh, that is nice goon micro. Nice goon micro. One tank dies, but these goons all get damaged, and they... no, they've had enough. Quite a bit of kills, but nothing decisive. Turrets coming up, lots of turrets. What has he seen? I think he's seen a robotics facility. Or have we got a Stargate yet? No, I don't think so. So, Citadel, Archives, very good. Dark Templars coming. And meanwhile, Vultures mining up the map. That's always a nice thing to do if you're Terran. It costs next to nothing. And well, you've always got the chance that some poor goon will blue soup itself apart. Meanwhile, tscmoo taking the third, and Crazio not taking a third yet. No, it's being on 2 gate with the tanks, No weapons upgrade yet, but a couple of tanks can hold off quite a bit of goons and zealots with mines on a choke like this. This is a bit more precarious, and there goes the third. And now the Protoss army is moving out, and I'm going to slow this down just a little bit because we've got a backstabbing action by the Vulture, and it's now killed. We've got a Dark Archon, and that's always something to keep an eye on, because we haven't seen that yet in Brood War AI. Now, one nice bit of observing going on here by the observers. Oh, and that was, oh, that you see that. That was a 1 in a million mine hit. That is the thing you want, because you can waste 10 vultures for the price of one such mine. That's pretty brilliant. 5 kills on the tank, couple of kills here. Very good. Meanwhile, third being finished, third finished here. Protoss at 135, Crazio at 74. That's not really all that good, because upgrading, building a science vessel, and building more factories, while all the remaining factories, all the existing factories, oh, we've got a tank here. So many resources devoted to infrastructure, that's really interesting. These power generators have committed heinous atrocities, I don't know exactly what, but they are getting help for it. And more Dark Archons, okay, we can't have enough of those. More gateways, can't have enough of those either, 150. And Arbiter Tribunal and an Arbiter, that's good. Another base being taken, and a nice sizable army. Ideally you want to trade some of this gateway army for free supply, so you can build the more gas heavy, the more tech intensive units, but I think that tscmoo Protoss is going to do that in the near future. More gateways, how many gateways do you need? And there we go. Okay, slowing it down. What have we got here? A couple of stray mines and a couple of mines here. But we've got the observatory core, 3 observers, very good. A couple of hits on the power generator, I don't know what it's done. 3 kills here, a little bit of damage here, and nothing much here. Ooh, okay, well 1 kill for free, that's more than you would have bargained for. And these vultures are being airlifted out, but drop back in again, and then the dropship is going down. Okay, so that's that. Now, okay, this is a very good siege tank position. Crazio using the high ground, that's very good. Tanks nicely spread out, and needs a little bit of anti-air at the front. Nice Dark Archon action, but this Vulture, well, you know, you can't do it like that. And let's see if tscmoo Protoss can break this, because it's quite a bit of zealots here. But in the end, I think even though you catch a bit of a friendly fire from the siege tanks and waste a couple of Goliaths, you're not going to win this. But if you take a look, we've got 4 bases against 3, so yeah, I think Terran is winning this. Protoss now at 170, Terran catching up at 110, that's very good. I don't know what that was. What the SCV was doing here. Was it a mine? No. Yeah, it was something got mind control, I think, or EMP. Have we got a? Yeah, we've got. It could have been an EMP by this. I don't know. I do not know. Okay, so Protoss maxing out almost, and 1, 2 carriers, arbiters. Very good. You need arbiters and cloak Dark Archons, because why not? It's awesome. And irradiated Zealot, always nice to have. And stasis siege tanks, that's very good as well. This doesn't work as well as you'd like it to, because you're only damaging your own units, but at this point you've just got to trade. Got to trade, move up to the higher tier units, and try to get an advantage that way. If you keep sitting at this gateway army, you're going to fall behind. You need to do something extra. 7 SCVs have... Oh, we've got a run-by of some zealots in the third, but it's now being dealt with by these couple of mech units, and not before a fair number of SCVs go down. And to how much have you got? Well, a couple of zealots died anyway. So I think it was about 10 zealots which died. Yeah, 10 zealots and 10 SCVs as well. So okay, protoss going all over the map, and we've got a drop. That is very good, but it's being dealt with by the rallies of out of all these gateways. And we've got more arbiters coming. How many have we got? That's crazy. And that is the Arbiter Energy upgrade, which will be interesting, but I don't know what you're going to do with it. Perhaps we'll see a nice recall. That would be a nice strategy. And there we go, 250 energy available on these Arbiters. Now, we've got 5 Dark Archons and a couple of Arbiters, and I don't know what they are going to do. So let's wait and find out. That is the air armor. That is crazy. Why would you want to make that? Yeah, because you're almost maxed and you've got nothing else to spend your money on, really. And you've got quite a bit of 2 arbiters. Okay, it's okay. And a nice dropship. Okay. No, you die. You didn't get out. Terran, meanwhile, at the upgrades and 140 supply and a ghost, so that's something too. Meanwhile, another run by, and you need to defend it more. You need a bunker with a couple of units in and a couple of tanks here as well, because you can't. This is expensive. You're not only catching damage by these zealots, but also by friendly fire. And although these tanks eventually clean it up, the buildings get damaged, your own units get damaged, and you can even lose a couple of siege. And if you're not very careful, you can lose the entire 3rd base. Lots of turrets, too many turrets. That's crazy. Nice matrixed. Vulture, it's called a vulture, it says so. If you click on it, it says here Terran Vulture. So that's very good. Okay, meanwhile, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th base, 6. Okay. Apparently an SCV got mind controlled and is now building a command center. That's something new for me as well, but apparently either tscmoo has written code for his bot to do something with a mind-controlled SCV, or... okay, well I should explain how this works. tscmoo is a bot which can play all 3 races. And although it's got 3 slots on the student StarCraft AI tournament server, for the tournament proper it won't have that. It will only have 1 slot, and it can determine to play random or zerg or protoss, whatever it wants. Oh, that's a nice storm. But in principle it can play all 3 races, and if you download it and install it, you can play against all 3 races. So perhaps if it by any chance captures an SCV, it could, in theory, start the entire Terran Tech tree from this one SCV, and it's got 5 supply and something, and I don't know in what, but probably SCVs and... Okay, well let's see. Oh, and feedback science vessel, they almost die and they have 0 energy left. Now Terran's still at 140 supply, but Protoss is max, is banking money, and although the 3rd has been secured once more, I can't really see this going anywhere, especially if Terran is going to do its Terran thing and maxes up with possible 200 supply for Terran as well. This is very audacious, but it's being spotted by this Protoss scouting SCV. Oh, this should say here Protoss scouting SCV, and here comes another one, and I don't know where this is going, but it looks to be... Perhaps it's going on a spying... Oh no, it's not going on a spying mission, it's going to get blasted to smithereens. Nice bit of stasis going off here, very good. And this tank is doing its best to keep these units from entering the 3rd. Now tscmoo is maxed, and Crazio is dropping below 140, the main is mined out. Natural is going, the 3rd, well, the 3rd is not all that well defended. I don't really know how it's going to... Okay, we've got a barracks in the main base. I don't... Perhaps this will be a just going for the entire Terran tech tree, and Okay, we've got a captured... Okay, that's nice. A nice bit of friendly damage, friendly fire. Captured dropship, nice bit of mind control. I like that. It makes things a little bit more interesting. Nice storm, so good storm feedback, mind control, and stasis. And now all we need to see from these carriers is recall, and we've seen it all. And ideally, I would like to see this Terran base being put to use to make nukes. That would be great. Now, this SCV is going on a mission once again, and I think there are tanks. Yep, and it doesn't end well. Meanwhile, Crazio dropping below 130. That is not good. These tanks locking things down a bit, but it's not really going anywhere. And we've got a lockdown carrier. Interesting, but not really significant in the grand scheme of things. Protoss is now maxed with a lot of money banked, and Terran is slowly but steadily dropping in. And we've got another captured dropship, I think, because we've got a couple of Goliaths and a Vulture. And although they're being fired at by these tanks, it's all going downhill for Terran. Meanwhile, what have we got? No, we've got an assimilator, and we've got more SCVs coming. I don't really see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 supply depot, academy, base, factory, supply, whatever, supply depot, and Protoss is keeping on the pressure. What would you... It's building a siege tank. That's nice. Okay, and everything is stasis. Supply of Terran is dropping, and nice lockdown. We've got a cloaked siege tank. That is a bit cruel, but well, what can you do? No more energy here, no more energy there. We've got cloaked siege tanks and dark archons and a fleet of carry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 arbiters. We've got Reaver, we've got dark archons, and we've got a cloaked siege tank. So that is with 15 kills. Good morning. And everything is stasis. That's curious. That's nice to see, but oh, it dies. The siege tank dies. But we've got a new one. I think that it's just going to be a steady stream of siege tanks because it's got the money and Protoss is maxed anyway. This is curious. Depot, no, nothing here. I think it wasn't a Kingdom who did a Korean pro player who did captured an SCV and did a Zealot siege tank offensive, something like that. Oh, that is a nice EMP. And now what? Only need to see a recall, and I have seen it all. Okay, speed it up a bit because the gist of this thing is clear. Terran is at the back foot, it's now dropping below 50 supply, and we've got a lot of units. Everything is stasis, and that's the only thing that's keeping Terran units alive, the stasis. We've got a veritable fleet of carrier Arbit. How many have we got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, couple of siege tanks, 12, have we got more? 13, this is absolutely crazy. We've got about 15 and we've got about 60 supply worth of carriers, otherwise they, why do I keep saying carriers? It's late. We've got about 60 supply worth of arbiters, and I think that may be one of the reasons why this game is still going, because if this had all been zealots or A-moving probes, it would have been over, because Crazio's mined out. There are siege tanks coming over the third, and more coming still. And Terran army is nearly gone. Okay, so I think these tanks will stay alive until the end because they're going to get stasis as soon as they pop out of there, because we have got a very... Oh no, it's getting mind controlled. Oh, never mind. Just the same thing. So that was tscmoo Protoss, new Protoss versus Crazio. Crazio, sorry my friend, but you didn't quite cut it. You did put up a good defense, but against this kind of spell using, it's not a fair fight. Crazio calls the GG, and mind you, that is the bot having a script to call GG under. Well, if the entire base is burning, you've got 15 arbiters and 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 dark archons in your base, you say, well, I've had enough. Goodbye. So that was it. Updated Killerbot and tscmoo protoss. I hope you enjoyed the cast. Next week we'll be back with a cast from the AIIDE from Canada, and I am looking forward to that. So hope to see you then. For now, good night. Bye.